see.
Yeah, right. Let me post it in my Discord server. There. It's good now.
Wahoo!
Oh, hi, Plagueis. I'm doing good. How are you? Anyways, we're here to do time-killing time.
Indeed, time for the funny murder mystery intervalo.
Yeah. I also have got a fucking, I got a new editing software so I can actually make thumbnails now by myself. I say I got it, aka I just use Microsoft Paint. Anyways, we need a Dawn voice actor.
Should we wait for people or?
Part of. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that your spine and back is in pain.
Hey.
Yeah, that sounds fucking miserable. I'm really sorry to hear that. Right. For the time being, until other people show up, I'll do Dawn. My stream's lagging. Don Quixote loudly and obnoxiously flaps through the newspaper in her hand while peering in a few insightful chuckles. Unfortunately, I now know exactly what this means, and what the fuck was that noise I just made?
What was that noise? It sounds like a fucking cursed cowardly dog.
No, like, I don't even think it sounded like that.
It's worse than that.
Wait, you know the fucking clip of, like, the fucking, the game show where you guess the name of stuff? Right, doesn't matter that much, the name of it. But, like, the answer for one of it was Scooby-Doo and Shaggy.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and then the host came up to the guy and said, because he did, like, an impressive thing with, like, I don't think there were any letters up on the board. So I only got one thing to say to you. Because he was trying to make, like, the fucking noise like Scooby and Shaggy make.
Nothing has happened.
Hello, Pan.
And it fucking sounded like that.
What?
Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo.
Squibadoo.
I was
Scooby-Doo.
voicing Dawn since no one else was here, and I did this. Oh.
Sorry, I was trying to figure out how to use my microwave because there's an air frying mode on it. So
You mean to
You
tell
clearly
me
don't
a
have an air
microwave
fryer.
air fried, the deep fried?
as you can tell, we have air fry, bake, roast.
Oh.
This was truly our time-killing time.
Wow.
That she will continue to try to draw my attention until I acknowledge her at the most opportune moment.
Appropriate.
Okay, thank you. Appropriate moment. Okay, Don Quixote, fine. What is it?
Oh, Manager Squire. I know that the city upstart company, such as one, this company, seems to be ever-changing world around us. Manager Squire. So,
You're cutting out.
this is
And
really,
You're cutting
I-
out.
is this really, hold on. This is really a Don Quixote moment, thy hitter, thy newspaper manager Esquire, you keep thyself up to date on an event of the city, as Maso and I, Quixote, you are every morrow? Morrow.
Okay, so Marsal reads the newspaper.
Yes.
yes, that
Ugh,
is correct.
you just go along with it, why don't you? I'm pretty sure she's talking about Marsal in one of his morning routines, you know?
Hello,
The
child.
one with the newspaper. Yep, stream's lagging. Hi, welcome. Welcome the bus.
The bus
the
itself.
Newspaper.
I'm the boss.
Where he wakes up before the crack of dawn, plank parks
Park.
himself on a chair, folds one leg over the other at exactly 90 degrees. Figure
Figure 4, leg log.
figure 4 leg lock position, and proceeds and peruse the morning newspaper. That. I guess it left an impression on her.
Betcha.
Betcha she'll be back to her usual self in a week or so. It's done to the day.
Oh,
To me? For paying attention?
Yep, totally. So, what now? What did an article mention? Us or something?
How does it don't know?
Wait, really?
Forsooth! Feast his eyes on page 3. Now that's quite incredible that we are robbing the chance of to be a front page!
It feels so weird not having these lines be voiced in Korean.
Hello?
Oh, hi, white noise. I also love how I get to, like, they give the fucking voice option next to Dante so I can just listen to.
Ding.
That was the Cash Money sound effect.
Money up.
Let's go gambling.
Let's go
Tell you,
gambling.
the manager is coming.
Oh dang it.
Aw, dang
Aw,
it.
dang it.
Aw, dang it. Aw, dang
Aw,
it.
dang it.
Aw, dang it.
Aw, dang it.
I should probably search up the number. Page 3. We're really sorry to put our name out there.
Don Quixote and Rhodia, the two sinners, gathered to draw the full attention of whatever space they inhabited were speaking. It was only a matter of time before the other sinners began crawling around us, curious about the commotion.
A dramatic constitution of mysterious experience of T-Corp. Shocking! The proprietor of this mystery chains has been revealed to be none other than the Pentagon and their family, appealing to general public.
Well, I don't think we need to hear that part. What else does it say?
But small instances where some wandering bystanders happen to be lost in the area, with the most unerring erotics of T-Corp Class 3 collective staff on the scene.
Wandering bystanders, is it? But chance that particular denomination refers to us.
Bystander. They're treating us like we were barely there. Oh no.
They didn't even mention our company name.
Can
Oh, come on! Time collector even wasn't even there.
This was an expected range of behavior for the news media.
Yep.
But no, they made us to see him to mirror us after reading this very article. Mayhaps?
I'm sorry they have a great no time looking for wandering bystander for an interview. Very descriptive.
Very descriptive.
Very descriptive. Thank you.
I doubt anyone will pay us much attention to Don Quixote. But not to set yourself up for disappointment, and we were standing there for a good moment in a big group chatting about the article when someone slowly but smoothly walked between us.
Excuse me, are you I'm on. Excuse me, are you Limbus Company employees by any chance?
Oi? Not that good white noise.
You fellas are...
I'm sure you're aware of the reason for our visit.
Woohoo! Welcome thee here. Long and hard I have waited for thy arrival. Now, from where did thou begin?
Whoa! Is he actually here to interview us? Wait, that's a woman?
Yes.
No way, Don Quixote wasn't just losing their mind. seemed losing her mind at nothing.
I was not told that in any interview would be taking place. Oh.
My, where did Birch go at a time like this? Now, where did I put a leftover hair gel from Heath makeover?
No, may commence.
Oh, okay, I can see.
Alright then. Will you be making your tax payment in installments?
Oh, wait. 1, 2, 3. Really?
Will you be
I
making your
shall
tax
pay.
payments in installments?
You can't. The price for a complexity.
Hmm?
Huh?
Okay, we're clearly not on the same page here.
You're tax collectors from T-Corp's Time Collections Agency. You're on a mission to collect your overdue time tax. Those ilks are never bringers of good tidings indeed.
Oh.
Time tax. No, that doesn't make sense. We already paid our time tax in full when we went through the T-Corp's immigration process. But Julia said,
Few days ago, aboard Metasophilus.
"Are you sure we don't need to pick up a timepiece for each of us to carry?" You probably know this already, but in T-Corp,
Everyone must carry a timepiece. Yes, I know the rules. Grim stopped lagging. There's always an alternative that offer a bit more flexibility. Of course, I wasn't supposed. I don't suppose it'll last.
Don't
Listed.
suppose it's listed.
I suppose it's listed anyways on the pamphlet. Outsiders seeking a short-term stay at T-Corp can pay the appropriate time tax for the length of their stay to be expected for the
Relative obligations.
relative obligations that are going out of their way to be able to abide by T-Corp's rules. As you may have expected, anyone born outside District 20 must go through numerous hoops before they can be issued a timepiece. So, we elected to pay 30 days worth of tax time on the spot before entering T-Corp's borders.
impressive. It can't have been achieved. Ah!
I was a witch as well. Like Lady Otistas.
Haven't I already made it clear that it's not fast an item?
As I've said. So, in this place, the company has no budget constraints.
Everybody knows.
that they would be taking care of such expenses.
They finally started to operate like we're a professional company now.
Yeah, they must have made a minor mistake or something. Maybe we're falling slightly short on the amount we had to pay.
It hasn't even been 30 days since we arrived here though.
British man.
British spotted!
Sorry, I was just helping someone out. Like, they got fucking hacked and shit, so I was giving them some advice.
Damn.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So that's why I was like super fucking out of it for like the past couple minutes. I was like just trying to think of something to help them. Well, honestly, I'm sure we can pawn away stuff to fix the proper amount to
Rounded.
round in air. Easy peasy. Heathcliff muttered,
Gesturing.
gesturing towards Sinclair, and hung Lou with his chin.
If it'll help pay for time tax, then sure.
Wait, what were we? Wait, I thought. Okay. Did Heathcliff just suggest, putting Sinclair and Hong Lu into slavery?
More like selling her stuff.
Hey!
Oh, okay.
What?
Huh? Maybe. I didn't pack much when I left though.
Well, let's hear the damage. How much time tax do we owe you?
Currently, you are 10 billion, 40 million behind in time tax payments.
What?
Did my hearing get worse or something? I heard 10 of 40 and the rest is kind of flew over my head.
Dreams
Did it cut out?
lagging.
Yes,
No.
they were lagging.
For that much money, oh, we might have to make a brief stop at my place first. What other options do we have if we don't? I mean, if we can't pay the tax?
Die.
Can't pay the tax is not an option. Your only options are the following: make your payment with time or money, with interest, of course.
What the hell does making payment with time even mean? Now that I think about it, I remember someone talking about paying with time before. I never really cared to find out what exactly they meant, though. You saying, Heathcliff, know anything about this?
I have not once failed to make my payments during my residency at this nest. Thus, I know not what transpires on an occasion in which one fails to pay the time tax.
You would also think Yi Sang wouldn't have to pay tax, given the fact that he made their fucking child slavery places.
Them bitches want their money.
I've never been involved in messy business like taxes at the manor, either. And in my backstreet days, boss dealt with collected
Complicated.
shit like that for the rest of us. I did see a few poor snobs getting dragged away because they failed to cough it up, though. Well then, fuck. With their not so helpful answer, my mind immediately began to wander towards Faust, who hopefully would know something more about this than the two of us. And that's when Otis suddenly and
Finally.
defiantly stood between us and the collectors.
This is completely unreasonable. What kind of saucy calculation led to this nonsense figure?
Tax calculations in T Corp are always exceptionally reasonable. The clock's ticking. Would I be correct to assume that you lack both the capability and the will to make your fair payments? Wait. We don't have to escalate this. Can we get a timeout? Your choice words may be quite unwise.
Try and whine all you want about not wanting to escalate thing when you got 10 billion iron in your pocket. I won't recognize your opinions as anything of worth otherwise. Damn.
Stream stopped lagging.
Yeah.
No, this son of a stay out of the way while we deal with this obstacle that dare to stand in our path. How exciting. A 10 billion iron death.
I thought you
10
was gonna say EB.
10 billion 40 million on, to be exact. Fighting time.
Oh my god, it's time to fight, guys. Oh.
Oh!
Alright.
He might be grooving right now.
Peak
I
music.
am. I'm fucking moving.
Yeah, this interval has got good music.
Stream's lagging.
It couldn't handle the good music.
Right, what team should I... Also, behold... Hi, Aber. Behold my fuck-ass boys team.
Whoa.
Wow.
I mean, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Does Pet Quadrisic have poise? I don't remember.
Yes.
He does?
He is a boys unit.
Oh, it's been a while since I've used them. Alright, so that makes 5 then.
Yeah. Wait, isn't there a Ryu? Oh, it's on
Yeah.
skill 2.
Yeah.
I thought it was skill 3.
Nope.
Yeah.
No, I ain't gambling. Hi, Holo. I was underwatching. Oh, damn.
Oh.
I'm very sorry to hear that. I'm genuinely sorry to hear that, Holo. I hope you're better now. Right, yeah. I have a burn team.
Alright.
Yeah, that like fucking derailed the convert. Like,
Yeah, a bit.
Mexican
that
Sinclair.
that stun locked the conversation hard.
Grr.
I'm sorry to fucking hear that one, Holo.
Hope things get better.
Yeah, I'm also sorry to hear about the 2000. Right, I have a burn team, Lee team, fuck ass, boys team, and a sinking team.
Bring the burn team.
Yeah.
For
Also
real.
a charge, I'm air quoting that team.
Wow, this team is really
Wow, this team is so good. All of them are like almost level 1.
Wow.
You should bring this team for real.
Oh yes, and this fuck-ass Tremor team.
I love Bro Spanner Mersault. He's so good. He is me for real.
We also Rupture.
Ah.
Try and figure out why Edgar Family Heir is here. Oh. Right, see ya, A-Bird.
이거 참
Thanks
설레는구려.
for dropping by.
벌간이들이 흥겨워하는군. 대체로 저럴 때는 이유가 있는 법입니다.
Smoking.
이유를
Oh, yeah, Firefist. Oh.
쫓아보시죠.
Yeah. No, I'm waiting until the fuel is overheating.
Okay.
점 찍었네.
It can
Thank
do
you,
that.
Sinclair. Failure. Sinclair, you're a failure.
합격장.
그래, 그렇게 시원하게 처리하니 보는 맛이 나는군. 일 처리는 빠르게 하는 편이 덜
Hopeless
답답한
shit.
법이지.
Sinclair, lock the fuck in.
점 찍었네.
Rhodia.
Why the fuck do they flash so goddamn high?
I don't know.
Check their level.
I'm pretty sure they're all level 40 or something.
일발 장전.
I'll tell Angelica.
Angelica?
간당 목숨줄만 붙어있군. 곧 끝장낼 수 있을
No,
것
with the ways to
같은데.
use it.
수감자들로 효율적인 마무리를 명령하시겠지요, 단테.
언제까지 버티나 보자고. 치르는 꼴인데.
God, Sinclair is just keeps getting
불안과
fucked.
공포, 그런 것들이 들.
Sinclair, let's get Ego. That easy.
알아듣겠습니까? 지금이 적기라는 것입니다.
Why do they all flash so god awfully high? I'm starting to think I should have brought Sinking.
I fucking love Firefist Critter.
Same.
그간의 전투 경험이 쓸모가 없진 않았군. 단테. 적합한 조치였습니다.
God, why do none of my fucking sinners want to win?
골치 아픈 것들이 고기
Sorry.
되었군요. 단테.
Sinner can really be rubbish like this, huh?
나쁘지 않은 성과입니다.
Sinclair, win, you motherfucker.
Sinclair, lock the fuck in.
He's not gonna lock the fuck in.
완성되었나? 당신이다. 고통 없어.
Holy shit! He got 45 SP right at the end.
Wow. Wow.
And T-Corp staff, in a different uniform, approached the sinners as both sides went on the defensive.
Is this one the wing leader?
He may be of a higher rank, but he's an employee of T-Corp, all the same. Which is to say that our insistence on meeting their demands with hostility may lead to a direct confrontation against the full force of T-Corp. Lay down your weapons, now. Should you refuse to cooperate, all of you present may be considered hostile individuals by T-Corp, and we will use force to...
I like this. I like that. How do we? This is bad.
This seems like a great time for Virgilius with his intimidating, glowing eyes to...
Up here.
Meh. Weren't things much better between us? The guide bud only a few days ago. Feels like it's been forever since then.
Come on, don't glare at us like that. We had a reason, Kay. They showed up out of nowhere and tried to score a whole 10 billion iron.
10 billion and 40 million on, to be exact.
You really like saying that, don't you? Jeez.
Yeah. The point is, there's no way we owe them that much money. Why can't
Oh,
long
and there was
get
a bill,
extension?
Oh. Oh. Sad.
Who are timid with sense of justice?
No, I don't know what justice was. Here.
Virgilius listened quietly for a moment as the sinners chatted on like they were part of a comedy skit.
At 10 billion. That does seem unreasonable. However, it's a mystery to me. No one stopped for a second about the troubles it might spark by starting
Meaningless.
this go like this in the middle of the street.
Virgilius let out a deep sigh before turning towards the T-Corp employee.
We find it incredible that this incident led to bloodshed. However, 10 billion on time tickets is unacceptable. I'm
Wait,
sure
back to-
you know
What do you mean?
full well that 10 billion
They're from the theater where I tried to better
funds
Just
worth
click on
of
the wall.
time worth of tax isn't the kind of money that we can simply fork over in the middle of the street. I believe that it would have been more appropriate if you provided us with some context as to how this number came to be, instead of immediately marching up to us and demanding that we pay the time tax.
I admit that such an absurd amount of time tax levied upon your group is almost unprecedented. We have been summoned to an emergency in the relevant office to address the severity of this incident. I see your point. Why don't we move this conversation to the collections office in the relevant jurisdiction area for now, to discuss possible solutions?
So basically, they backed the fuck off as soon as a color showed up and told
Yeah.
them,
Yeah.
fuck you, no.
Yeah.
내가 뭘 했어? 돌아와서
I mean, do you-
모습이 불태우려고 했잖아.
It would be more like what? Bothersome to find color picture if I like cooperate with them. Plus, I like their reputation though.
The truth behind the absurd amount of time tax levied upon us was much simpler than I expected.
About a week ago, a large-scale unauthorized temporal leakage phenomenon was observed at the Wuthering Height Manor, which showed you a 7 stage in the progressive time use taxes bracket due to the immense amount of time leak.
A temporary leakage phenomenon?
It refers to deceleration in the flow of time within a certain physical field. In your case, it was even a static dilation field. It blew all over the mirror for a good while too. We measured about 4 hours worth of time in the process.
What the bloody hell is she babbling about?
A deceleration in the flow of time within a certain. She must be referring to the moment during which Dante got a celerity as we were in pursuit of that man at the manor. Impossible. The manager's million was active for less than 30 minutes. It is most likely that you were for 4-hour measurements and calculation error. No. Considering the odd sensation we had experienced as we departed the manor, it is most probable that no error occurred during the calculations. Do you recall, Dante, as we left behind the manor?
A few days ago.
Marcel, is there out wrong with my daily routine?
We had just returned to Mephistopheles after the incident at Wuthering Heights Manor. Most sinners were keeping to themselves, giving the clear look of sorrow on Heathcliff. However, Don Quixote's ever cheerful voice, like always, constantly shattered through the silence.
I have identified an anomaly. We should have been issuing the morning newspaper, not the evening newspaper. This is inconsistent with the amount of time we spent at the manor.
Person Swanson isn't a mistake.
As long as I have been a passenger of this bus, morning papers have always been delivered during this designated morning hours, and evening papers have always been delivered during designated evening hours. The possibility that they have made a mistake cannot be completely ruled out. However, the likelihood of that is minuscule.
Seems like it.
Oh, now that I'm looking at it, that's a sunset, not a sunlight. I can't tell because of the lack of color.
This cannot be. I must be here 3 hours of tomorrow. It's not.
I may have an idea of as how this inconsistency came to be.
Right. The GT4 protocol.
What's that? Temporary
Temporal velocity synchronization device.
temporal velocity synchronization device. Or something like that.
I've seen an event in advertisement for it once. That luxury solution to all your time synchronization needs. Enjoy the equally leisurely hours together. Or some shite like that.
Quite unlike these, there flips to use many complicated words in a sentence. Please should someone explain it in a plainer language?
It is an apparatus for equalizing the velocity of time for all those affected individuals under the TT4 protocol's influence.
Also, I thought it quite hard to somehow so fluid the time was moving, speaking at the same speed as the rest of us.
None with this information. They concluded that the time we have experienced within the manor was flowing at a faster rate than the world outside. That is a coherent explanation as to why the evening newspaper, instead of the morning newspaper, was issued.
Good. Now that
Curiosity.
curiosity is settled, I'm not supposed.
I don't suppose.
I don't suppose. I don't suppose anyone has any issue with taking on a new job.
Tackling.
Tackling.
LCA. The LCA has sent us a new request to track down the distortion. Ask for more detailed information.
So, activating my time within the TT4 protocol caused.
Yes, indeed. It was akin to tampering with an already accelerated flow of time. From an outsider's point of view, it would have appeared as though more time than what was actually spent was leaked.
This bloke knows what he's talking about. Also, you didn't just manipulate time on a personal scale, like I said earlier. You affected the flow of time within a physical space. Let me remind you, that was even a static field. It moved all over that manner. Honestly, this situation is completely unpredicted.
Okay, so they basically made themselves go faster.
Kinda, yeah.
And
They had to be sonic.
yeah, so
It was-
they went faster, and that absolutely fucked up time for T-Core.
Or
Yes.
I think, time. Yes, time.
Hi.
Hi, team. Sorry that you have to go to sleep. Right. They used to activate it only on special occasions. Like when we had plenty of guests over for a visit, because it was so bloody pricey.
So, the time tax for your inflated tax bracket multiplied by the surtax
Surtax?
per volume. Surtax?
Surtax, yes.
Surtax. Okay. Surtax per volume. From the physical space covered by that temporary manipulation.
Temporal.
Temporal. Thank you. Manipulation. Yes, no wonder to add up to the simple number.
It ain't like we knew something like this would happen.
Well, anyway, you have two payment options to settle this time tax debt.
Oi, option. What options? Ain't like bags of 10 billion grow from a tree in it.
Option 1, cash payment. Option 2, time payment. About that. What's that supposed to mean anyway? Paying with time?
Regular checkup 714 is annoying if you don't have good Sinclair or Honolulu because of the modifier. Well, luckily I have good IDs for both.
Just use support. It
Yeah.
means. Oh.
7.5 814, you mean? Okay. The employee who was about to answer our question was painfully
Observable.
observable
Annoyance.
Annoyance suddenly jolted at the sound of an alarm. Not just Ed and Claire, but Sink and Dawn Claire too.
Understood. I just got a call that they're ready to hold an emergency meeting regarding this incident. Limbus company may send 2 individuals to the meeting to represent your company.
Ah.
No need to get cocky and bust up today. Dealing with the collective matter.
Complicated.
Complicated matters like this. His meeting one my responsibilities. I will be joining them to discuss possible solutions to this incident. So please keep sinners under control. Expect you, Miss Faust. Except you, Miss Faust. You're with me.
Understood.
Make another net. That's what I'm gone, then. Only Ronnie will enjoy.
Ryoshu.
Ryoshu will enjoy what comes next. Keep that in mind as you wait.
Oh. Well, off they go again. They even give us a chance to ask for more questions. Just leaving us here like this? But isn't this whole mess basically about what happened to us?
So, this isn't anything serious, but... What's Marcel doing on the gallows?
Huh? What?
Live reaction.
Marcel, what are you doing up there?
I was told to stand here, so I've done so.
Who?
Who told you to do that?
I did. Just trying to be helpful with you and your friend's little time tax problem.
Drink,
There's 60 man.
Thought all employees were supposed to be at the emergency meeting.
Whoa, a clock with legs! How fascinating! Someone were to submit you for consideration at the upcoming expo, you might even worth a participation trophy.
Damn.
You remember that time when someone helpless souls uploaded a timepiece that doubled its compass that had a rather tragic and critical design flaw. You could tell that the time in front of your path, but never both at once. To direction tell time, it was only one day or another, leaving lost in time and stranded in the streets. That was no good, not at all. That's not better than a clock taped to a compass at the end of the day, is it?
What the fuck are you talking about?
I love how Marcel. Is it just the shit on my monitor, or does Marcel have an angry, like...
Yeah, he has an anger vein, yeah.
Okay. I couldn't tell if it was just like shit on my monitor, or what.
Alright, TD52 protocols operating at experimental capacity in its off space. So don't you forget, anyone not synced to the daily standard time might find this a little disorienting, so keep that in mind as well.
What?
Now that's a look at someone who has never once heard of the TT52 protocol, eh? TT52 protocol, as its name suggests, is an invented to address the temporal efficiency problem within the present in the TT4 protocol. It's doing test runs in only a select few T-Core offices, so if you do ever feel the urge to leave your impressions of this new shiny thing, feel free to jot down a few words in a bulletin. Wait a minute, who wrote that 3-star review? Wow, that is canonically how the Fast Man speaks.
Holy
I'm
fuck.
struggling to keep up with it. Ugh.
Man who we
Presumed.
presumed to be a T-Corp staff seemed very adept at holding a one-sided conversation with zero
External.
external input. Not that any of us could keep up with how fast he was speaking anyways.
Anyways, if you're ready, let's get cracking!
I am ready.
Wait, I don't know if this is really a good idea. To be ready for something that looks like... The rope extending from the individual machine tightened around Marcel's throat.
Is this what it means to pay our time tax with time? Getting hanged from the gallows? Please call by his precise and given name, temporal scale gallows, and mention the exact time you owe, and sucks that time right out of you. That wasn't a narration name, mind you. There was simply too much hubbub and hullabaloo about his excessively long name, which was approximately 58 words, or letters.
Can someone ask him what'll happen to Marcel?
Is that thing going to kill Marcel? Kill him? Nonsense! She's a very gentle machine, that's simply preposterous. However, spoken in such a manner, oft portends that events of greater ill fortune shall befall us. I'm not so sure as to what might happen, actually. I suppose it'll suck 10 billion won's worth of time out of your friend.
Stop being obtuse. Obtuse?
Obtuse, yes.
Yeah. What is that supposed to mean?
Is he going to be stuck like that for 10 billion hours or something? Uh-oh.
Child.
I accidentally clicked it.
I can. Okay. What?
Perfect. Well, not exactly. Let me tell you about T-Corp's particularly generous system called the 40-hour daily minimum time guarantee policy. How generous, Even when it comes to worst comes to worst, every citizen is entitled to the right to enjoy a minimum of 4 hours a day. According to T-Corp's Public Welfare Council, 4 hours is the absolute minimum number of hours a day to guarantee human survival. Survive being the key word here. This man talks a lot.
Yep.
My. Sucking 10 billion, 40 million ons worth of time for your friend was too much. I suppose. Look, it says measurement error. That rarely ever happens.
Wait, you pulled a lever when you didn't even know what was going to happen? What was this going to happen? Just out of curiosity?
Of course! 10 billion of taxes is a historically unprecedented amount of debt, so I had to see what happened. You could land in first place in the lottery and still wouldn't come close to making 10 billion on, and that's before taxes. I'd say you all belong in a museum of history if I'm being honest.
Damn, what the fuck?
Besides, I haven't seen anyone with more than 150 hours in time tax that willing to step up the gallows for. Anyone beyond that usually chooses to run and digs himself into a deeper debt hole. The point is, I scarcely expect someone in 10 billion on tax hole just to walk up there like that.
What's wrong with this guy?
Real!
Marcel, please, surrender to nation.
Why does Marcel only have one gauntlet here?
I don't know.
He
Why
takes
does
it
he have
off, I
two
think.
sometimes, but then only have one?
Where does he put the other one?
Maybe he
At the
needs
bottom.
to
Fuel
use
to
one.
that crackpot theory I made that he was going to be a claw at one point.
You left it on the
Who
bus.
I'm alright.
Why don't you get down from the gallows for now, Marcel? Virgilius and Faust, who returned it just as the incident occurred, were both glaring at us with expressions that were anything but friendly. How much fucking dialogue is there?
A lot, there's a lot.
Fuck!
Too many.
Also, I'm gonna
Just
bet
keep
that
it
in Mersault's Canto, we're gonna see him in the gallows again.
Why?
I don't know, like in some form of gallow. That's my theory, just because I don't know. Just because this interval just gives me an idea that might happen. Nonetheless.
Okay, I can clearly see you both. That you
Accusing.
are both accusing me of letting the sinners run wild again. But we had our reasons.
We have reached
And you explain things to them, right? Please tell me that the agreement doesn't involve us collectively hanging from that stupid gallows.
is certainly an absurd amount of time, but that doesn't change the fact that we are still responsible for it. We did
Benefit.
benefit from the extra time it granted us, and its use was something that wasn't
Mutually?
agreed upon before.
Our unilateral.
Our unilateral activation.
This is an unexpected event. No countermeasures could be put in place either.
Yeah, but we didn't expect the. But we didn't have a whole lot of time to debate whether I was allowed to slow down time or not. We really have to think on our feet back. We really had to think on our feet back there. I felt a bit muffled about being treated as though I was somehow at fault for this.
If you plan to sacrifice one of us to settle death, I request that you evaluate our work based on individual
Merit.
merit. Thank you. I have prepared firmly evaluation for each sinner precisely for one such occasion. On the last page of those evaluations are extra options that
I don't plan on leaving any of you behind to take the fall. Besides, 10 billion on isn't the kind of money you can settle with the sacrifice of an individual. But we did eventually find a reasonable conclusion where you were wasting your time horsing around in front of the game of gallows.
And that
Compromise?
the good compromise is
Well, you've been contracted to deal with extortion.
I guess we really are starting to put our names out there. If they're specifically sourcing us out to deal with this distortion.
We sought out other fixers and companies to deal with this issue first. We were the sixth choice after the first five failed to produce a meaningful result.
Stream's lagging.
Gotcha. Well, the story are starting to
Circulate.
Well, I will not deny it.
So, what kind of distortion are we dealing with this time?
This is a request regarding a series of similar unsolved cases within D-Corp's borders. Some call it the case of time killing time. Several people have already fallen victim to the perpetrator.
Darcy
Case
said the
of
thing.
time killing time.
They said the
Darcy
thing.
thing.
It is exactly as
Really
it
was
says in the
that.
tin.
This truly was our Limbus company.
This truly was our time killing time.
The distortion is running wild, killing our time. Time is an asset here at T-Corp. It is not so difficult for us to track down the occasional time robberies by tracing it. But in the case of the time killing time, the code doesn't leave any traces. It is simply gone, completely removed and untraceable. No such thing has ever happened before. Thus, the significance of this case cannot be emphasized enough. That is why we formally request that you solve this case for us. In return, we will exempt you from your time tax debt. Non guilty.
This is going to taste like chai.
Sorry, pretty. Huh, that's arrived once again. My time to shine.
This is me.
According to the book, I have pursued in recent days, and the undertaking workers location in nearby neighbors with the language to spell have been mistaken by doing the course of the employment. This batch may have been honors in the past to command all kind to aid recorded investment.
Detectives?
Wait, okay. Fixers!
Cannon
Did I
don't get a play.
We plan to issue those badges, yes.
Okay, I kind of zoned out because I'm trying to wake the fuck up.
Wake up. Wake
So,
up.
Wake up. Wake up. Wake up.
What the fuck
Wake
did-
up.
No worries, if Don Karate
We're going to become
According
detectives.
to the book, I have pursued in recent days, and all the ticket work and solve the case to you were not meant to belong the issues of this specially mistaken badge. During the course of the employment, this is
Hey, child! Yes, child! Silence!
Anyways, to make it
Thank you.
to make it simple, our report.
Oh, much I have learned here and one such badge
Child,
to
this
my
is what I'm
collection.
going to do.
Her hand still has show allowed us to keep. The badge once this case still with. Nay, I demand that I be awarded the 3 badges. One for my private collection, one for display, and one for business. So that
Shut it, lass. Right? What are we waiting for? Let's crackle.
Whack.
whack.
Whack this disc
Whack.
and get the
Distortion.
hell out of here. I hate dealing with money problems. I value your enthusiasm, but I would also appreciate it if you could allow others to finish their sentences before cutting them off and growing into law. Going on a long tangent of your own. The problem is that they don't want all 13 of you running aloft
Amok.
in a hurry,
In an effort.
in an effort to solve the case.
Indeed. I can't have your entire group run wild in the streets and potentially waste the precious time of our residents. Also, the Special Investigation Badge isn't something that T-Corp hands out like candy. We can't give away a whole box of badges for all 13 of them.
I concurred
Concur.
to a degree.
Otis, who had continually and consistently suggested that we cut down the number of sinners, was the first one to welcome this offer.
We should have done something like this a long time ago. What use is there in hauling around these dead rates? We would leave the useless pawn behind to wait in the bus, rather a elite of high-performing individual take care of business.
You seem rather confident that you would be placed on the elite team of high
Perform.
individuals of this.
This ridiculous to even suggest otherwise. Alright. Enough with your nonsense. So, how many of us are allowed to work on this case anyway?
Virgilius trailed off, clearly unhappy about this outcome. They've decided that 3, no 4 individuals, including the manager, is an appropriate amount of people for taking this investigation.
That's not a lot.
I agree. Except that we barely managed to get the authority before, after much debate.
Then you have wasted your breath. A tag team of executive manager and I would be more than enough to hardly complete this mission. Handily complete this mission. Thank you.
Right,
Handily.
so it all comes down to my choice, huh? 3 centers. So many eyes are upon me. Not that I've never had that look before at me at the same time before, but the pressure is on a complete different level when it comes to making judgment calls like these. Looks like the manager is in deep thought, but pointless.
Pointlessly agonizing.
Pointlessly agonizing over something like this. Well, waste of time. I'm taking volunteers first, so let's see some hands quickly now.
Non quixote.
Hi, little
This
Jimmy.
for some individuals. For some, I shouldn't hesitate before such excellent opportunity.
Maybe it's finally my time to shine?
Boy, don't even need to ask me. All right, let's get on with it. Oh, nah, that wasn't me. I'm not raising my hand. I'm just cleaning my glasses.
This is no simple matter. I've not been with so few sinners before. Except for that one time when we accidentally walked out to the outskirts through the back door. So we have to take this slow and really consider all the possible angles. What a mess. It'd be too much trouble for me to list, debate all of the
Arbitrary.
arbitrary limitations they set, so will allow me to make the choice for you this time, Dante. I'm the wild homeless freak. Good to know, little Jimmy. Well,
Jimmy, you're gonna get hit
don't
by a coffin!
I don't think there's too big of a gap between them when it comes to their capability, but they're all
They'll excel.
excel a different situation. Dante, are you listening? I just said that I won't be the one to choose your companions. No, I need to consider more than just the individual capabilities. Some of them work better with pairs together, but it's also true that
Haphazardly.
haphazardly pairing them together might end up making a team less than the sum of its parts. This is all about building team synergy Wait, didn't Rhodia say something about how people born in December and August don't mesh well together? And oh my god, Rhodia's fucking into
Astrology.
astrology bullshit. I broke into
Hey,
a
leave me
bank and used
alone.
the Mourn in Despair to get money. Based.
Real.
The sinners who will accompany Dante to solve this case are.
I have to choose someone who can support me.
Calmly.
Calmly assess the situation. Remain free from biased judgment. Free from biased judgment while making
Smart, rational.
making smart, rational decisions on the fly. The sinner who fits that description. Sinners that fit that description are. Do we even have anyone like that?
No.
I still
No.
have to choose somebody though. Ugh. Damn it! I've got it. I choose Faust Mersol Yisang. Rhodia, Ryoshu, and Hot Glue. It's so fucking over.
Holy shit, it's over.
Huh? What? Huh?
Not get stuck to me. Result any say.
Haven't you been listening, Dante?
No.
I've had certain things to discuss with Miss Val regarding our upcoming journey, which should not be an option. He's saying was immediately ruled out, even before the meeting adjourned, due to his history developing unauthorized dimensions of TV. Rizal did not volunteer.
There was no reason to volunteer.
Wow.
Though I may have been disallowed from joining this investigation, I am truly grateful for your appreciation, Dante. I shan't soon forget this.
And you staggered. Good to know, little Jimmy. Wait, huh? Hey, Otis. You know that's not all what I meant. I just thought that maybe we needed someone skilled and
Experienced.
like you to effectively manage the remaining sinners while we...
Okay.
It really soured the mood, didn't it? 3 of them who I didn't even imagine in my wildest dreams would be hanging out together, all turned to look in my direction.
Well, just the 3 of us, huh? A trio. Such an eye-catching number, isn't it?
Oh my stagger effect. Is that the red mist? Fuck, I didn't read that line. Ryoshu,
Rodeo.
Rhodia, I get, but why did the 2 of you volunteer?
Not a sound. F-A-H.
I'm bored as shit. Alright. The greater quantity and diversity of experience, the better it is.
Non guilty.
It's Don Quixote.
Don Quixote.
We need you to make a funny sound, Don Quixote.
Is the child right? Don.
Child.
Chuan. Chuan.
Cut on.
Wakey wakey. Hold on. Hold on. Wakey wakey. Egg and bacon.
bus driver. I do believe they're busy.
What is this homeless seagull doing on my island?
Huh?
Animal Crossing.
Oh. I do believe the child is not here currently.
Yeah, Pan.
Pan, make the noise.
Oh my god, is it not picking up? Hold on. That work?
No, we didn't hear it.
Little Jimmy said magical girl Gregor. Oh,
Oh, and there we go. We got it.
yep. Little
Apologies.
Yeah, little Jimmy said magical girl Gregor when Don Quixote is my for character in Limbus. Okay. Don Quixote
Don't kill too tragically.
tragically dropped her head to the ground,
Crestfallen.
crestfallen.
I have not else to blame but my slightly known vertical placement in this world. Indeed, that must be why Sir Brilliance has failed to catch my passionate hand.
Don Quixote sobbed
Yeah.
dramatically, lamenting how Virgilius did not attempt to bat an eye in her direction, despite her being the first one to raise their hand. I'm pretty sure that wasn't the only reason he didn't pick her, though.
This is my final legacy. I bestow upon thee.
Saw this, a book, a magnifying glass, and are these clothes?
This is my treasure, my collection. Pretty, be gentle with them.
Little Jimmy said, I'm gonna become a washed up grade 9 fixer. Good for you.
Mi collection. Hello.
Oh, sorry. Oh, well, why are you carrying 3 sets of clothing?
One for my private collection, one for display, and one for business. Barely. Is that not obvious to thee?
I didn't know you did business.
Guys, I think I'm. Oh my god, that was a cockroach on me. Oh my god.
Oh, Pablo's on you.
Pablo.
Pablo, get off me! He was on my side, bro. What the hell?
Oh. Anyways, what do we
Burn
got?
him.
We course of investigation, solution to the 13 problem by Augusta. Huh?
Agatha.
Someone, Attica. Oh, someone autograph it. So, who is this Attica? Attica?
Agatha.
Agatha.
There you go.
Sorry, I'm just flabbergasted by the cockroach that was... Ugh.
Pablo. Hi. Hey, hierarchy is all ignorant of all of the lore of fixers. Once, she was a grade 1 fixer who was so prophetic that she may as well has been queen of 7 associations. Julie? No one? Hello?
Did we fall her in Library of Buena?
Wait,
No, we didn't. The 7 Association wasn't in Library of Verona. They only showed up in Limbus.
They were.
no, yeah, they were. As a general, they Seven Association did appear in Library Room, but as a general invitation. And I don't remember if it was a grade 1. I don't think it's stated. Let me check. Hold on.
Moreover, the grade 1 fixer that they're talking about is actually the real-world author of the book.
Yeah. So and well, the one you meet in Library Room is another character named Dante. So.
Oh shit.
There are two Dantes.
Most
hold on.
people don't know those lore, Don Quixote.
Comets and clouds.
I will still call thyself woman's ace at the time, but not reciprocally for dictation. Here. Tis only right the leading names to take the head for the punishment for special mass.
Look, maybe access isn't afforded to this book, and any self-respecting ace detective must always dress themselves in impeccable fashion.
Don Quixote, just let go. So, I mean, I'm sure everyone has their reason, but how come you didn't get picked for this, Ishmael?
Gonna get picked. I never volunteered. But yeah. Did it not pick up?
No, it did. I was just reading chat.
Okay. Woo. Hey, it's not every day you get a legitimate chance to get some free pay time off without breaking company rules, and I was about to get let that chance slip. I guess I did have some last minute regret when I saw who Vigilius picked, but I was just relaxed for a bit and jump in to help them whenever needed. Well, good luck. Without, Ugh. Still Elite Four. What's that? Instead of proclaim Elite Four when around T Corp. Why don't we find a place to take the edge off and rewind?
How unfortunate. T-Corp did not authorize the rest of the centers to run around unmonitored.
You must understand that we can simply not. Ha! You must understand that we simply cannot let individuals responsible for 10 billion odds worth of time tax roam free without proper collateral.
Looks like they have temporary locks for those who have failed to pay their time tax. Virgilius was pointing at what was clearly a jail cell.
Are you certain that this is the lodging guide? I'm going to jail?
Yep, as living collaterals apparently.
Fun. Hey, bet you look fondly back at this memory when it's all said and done, okay? We'll be back, so be nice to stay put.
Nice. This jail cell at least has some heating. Wait. What happens if we just leave and don't come back? We'll be seeing him again after 10 billion on the worth of time passed, I guess.
What? Hey, wait, get back here. That's more than enough time to finish wavering on the loom. Was so in the background?
It's. Goodbye.
Calm down, alright. We'll be back before you know it. Or you even...
No, shoulders down to Julius glorious piano face and tattoos. Mark my words! Did it pick up?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Farewell, manager.
We set off on our journey after receiving
The aforementioned
special investigator badge, leaving the chaotic screens and
hollering
of the remaining sinners behind. After a while, all we could hear was the
intermittent clattering
clattering of metal as someone violently shook the steel bars.
All right, looks like everyone's ready then. Let's get move on and have a little chat with the third victim. Let's see. The case record says that, there it is. It's just a stone's throw away.
Huh?
Huh? What do you mean, huh? Look at the record. It clearly states that neither of the first two victims have communicated the state. How unfortunate.
No. I mean, why are you coming along with us? I'm sorry, but we're not taking any sidekick of our application right now. Go away. Shoo.
Incorrect. One of us will be joining your team.
What the fuck I do for this?
We are going to send an employee with you so that you can receive immediate updates regarding your investigation progress.
Pull that stick out of your ass.
She has a fucking mustache.
Yeah.
It's
We
for the
plan-
drip.
Yes, it's all part of the fixer drip. That's detective drip. Anyways.
We plan to send a Class 2 staff with you, but you're...
Me? Class 5. State a badge?
The chatterbox of an employee replied cheerfully as he produced a twinkling badge from his clothes.
I apologize for failing to recognize you, sir. I scarcely expect to see a Class 5 auditor all the way down here.
This guy a class 5 staff? Really?
Class 5 is the highest rank one could reach as a wing employee, right?
Yeah, I thought so too.
Well, don't be so sure. Depends on which wing you're talking about. Who knows, maybe there are Class 12 or even Class 20 employees out there. Get it? Got it? Good. Now let's get a move on.
Okay, bro.
We started in silence, baffled
Silent
at the
bafflement.
employee who had
Already stormed.
already stormed out of the building. They
Then hurriedly.
followed him out the door.
Isn't that absolutely brilliant? The very concept of killing time. They're not slowing down or speeding up time. They're eliminating it completely. Just yanking it out of circulation.
So, your name is... Naya?
Or actually call me however you want. Names are such unimportant things, aren't they?
No, names matter.
Really? Never called anyone by their names before, though.
I like to call you however you want, but you're obviously here to be our handler.
That's true. That does make things a tad bit awkward, doesn't it? Let me think. Aha! I've got it! You're all dressed like detectives. Why don't you consider me your ever so helpful assistant who tags along into your adventures?
Okay, but still.
Ryoshu, who was starting off
Carrying off.
into the
Distance.
Distant, while puffing her cigarette, suddenly spoke up just as Rhodia was about to retort.
Assistant, lead us.
Right away, ma'am. What's the difference between an assistant and a servant? You know, my family used to employ.
They are sure warming up to him fast. Holy fuck, that went on for
This
so long.
This interval is very story driven.
Fuck.
Roll the dirt away through.
I'm actually like, I should have done this shit earlier in the day.
We could stop for today.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm fucking tired.
Go sleep, bro.
Yeah, no, I need sleep. I'm EP.
Sleep.
I'm also almost halfway to getting the Hollow Knight ID.
Ah, yes.
Oh, no.
Shah!
Do you know why I call it Hollow Knight? The Hollow
Is it
Knight?
because the blade?
Yes.
The nail blade.
Yeah. That, and it did actually, this, with like this shadow they had on, it actually kind of made it look like Hollow Knight.
Fair.
Even though I don't like Hollow Knight.
Hollow Knight IDs one.
Never.
Now
Yep.
they already exist.
Bug ID. Limbus company.
Okay, yeah, no, it's this. Yeah, it's
the
up tier
rupture.
3 that
Even
skill
Okay.
2 becomes count neutral. I'm fucking tired.
I was
I'm
tired.
really passed out.
Well,
Good night, y'all. I'm like actually gonna pass out